channel. So, Kal here. Not me alone who wrote this, but I'm one out for recording. So, yeah. So gonna be a video on reporting in TBMC. First things first. That warning that this week has been interesting and been aware of a false core reality niggling at us. So you know, take extra care, I suppose, with information. Although obviously what we provide is always based on our specific experiences and face the risk of being under the influence of false realities that we haven't noticed. So yeah, it should always be taken with a grain of cold salt. So yeah, you know, with that being said, get on with the main topic of the video, I suppose. First things first, what is a false reality? So, false realities are where not false realities are reporting in TBMC as a set of programs designed to ensure that they all are cold aware of what the system does is at all cold times, as well as reporting on other victims. Yeah, especially if disobedience is cold zone. Yeah, so it's also used for information gathering on current trends within social call groups the victim would reasonably be part of. You know, yeah. So why is it used? So it's used to ensure that victim provides confirmation of what they've done. Have been doing such that disobedience outside visible can be caught and can't punish. Dishes coming to ensure the victim will give information on each other as well, for the same reasons essentially. Commonly used to enforce the idea that the victim is always cult watched. Yeah. Additionally, of course, keeping track of what media is being consumed, stuff like that, is useful for ensuring that you know they maintain a look of normalcy, i.e., the safe life fronters have consumed a reasonable chunk of popular media, that's around, so they don't look like they, are strange for not having consumed various pieces of media too often. Obviously, it's not necessarily completely, and also it keeps a good eye out for new media that can be used for programming purposes. Yeah. So one method is that of convince the victim they're always cold watched and that honesty will reduce the punishment for misbehaviour. Obviously this is done in part through employing already existing reporters, as well as by virtue of often being run. So especially early on in a victim's life, they're basically always around, so it's relatively easy, to build up the idea that they're always cold watched by basically always cold watching them. Um, you know, so that part is most commonly used for earlier reporters where they've actually got that. As the victim spends more time, away, they're going to spend more on existing reporters and use their information essentially, more so. To build that. Another technique is obviously just flat touching the victim until they speak. You know, um, you know, um, and then they're going to, learn pretty quickly that the sooner they talk, the less they get tortured, and so more likely to just talk without prompting. Um, often there'll be specific queues to bring them forwards and do the reporting, but yeah. Um, so additionally, for reports and others, it can be a quote unquote reward based system. For example, they get to perform the punishment rather than getting punished. You know, and of course, it can also just follow the above, although obviously with more focus on reporting externally rather than internally. You know, yeah, looking at yeah, okay, this is terrible, but whatever. I think that's everything. I was expecting this to go longer. Oh well.
This system signing out. Hope to catch you all next week. Please do remember to like, subscribe, comment, especially if you've got any questions you want answered. Be happy to answer them either in the comments or in another video. So catch you all next week.